Hello everyone, I'm Ashwarya and I'm stoked to welcome you to the second episode of the Road to Ironman Hamburg series. In this episode, I'll be taking you through the highlights of what happened last week with my strength sessions, nutrition, recovery, and all of that. And also, I'll take you through a quick tour of my beautiful home and also this beautiful society that I'm living in, which has a swimming pool, a gym, and a lot of other facilities. I'm also going to show you my indoor cycling setup because a lot of you wanted to see that, right? Let's start with what happened in the last 1 week. You won't believe me, but I right now have stitches in my mouth, and I think you can realize that my mouth or my face is like quite bloated. My body's also like a bit bloated. Tell you exactly what happened. So on Friday morning, I did my usual strength session. It went great. My strength trainer Prajwal was here. We did a lot of squats, a lot of hinges, a lot of work on my hips, ankles, and a little bit of arm work. Things were going fantastic. And after that, I decided to go get my dental surgeries done. I was told that it's going to recover in a day, and after that, I can resume back my strength work, I can resume my work and everything. And I was like, okay, sounds perfect, let's go for this. So, Friday, after I finished my breakfast, I went straight to the dentist, and once I went there, it was a 4 hour marathon of operations where I had to keep my mouth open. I mean, I'm always speaking, but then that was not a very comfortable type. But we're known to kind of endure pain, so the dentists were quite impressed. They were impressed by how much pain I could endure. A lot of painkillers, so over the last few days, I've been on very strong painkillers. The stitches are still there, and my whole face was swollen. It became like as if I was like 100 kgs, and everyone felt like, hey, she looks so cute, like a tomato. So that's what happened on the personal side. And coming to the training side, so Friday, as we said, I did the strength work. After that, Saturday and Sunday was like a no show for training because I had to recover. I'm not your content creator who just goes and be like, hey, I have a fracture, I'm gonna create content today, I'm gonna run 21 kilometers with the fracture. No, that's not me. I decided to give my body recovery because any form of stress, right, it's going to load on your body. And if you don't give your body recovery and if you push harder on something, it's just going to take more time for your body to recover. So that's not great. So Saturday and Sunday was a no-show. Then Monday and Tuesday, what I did was the rehab program that Prajwal had given to me. So it was focused on a lot of my hips. Back in 23, I actually had a crash, a freak crash at the Ironman World Championships on my bike, and that kind of hip thing always I think stayed. And after that, I have not done like a proper controlled strength week or strength block. I've always done strength on the bike, strength on the run, and all of that. First week on the strength block, we realized that hey, there are a few niggles that we need to address first. So I've been doing a small rehab routine about 4 to 5 different exercises that can really help me remove those niggles or build strength there, so that when I'm actually loading, it's not taking away from me. On Wednesday, I did the next strength session. I was feeling pretty good. My recovery had improved because there was this one day when it was 9%. That was bad. So I'll come back to recovery, but yeah, so Wednesday we did this really good strength session. And at the end though, when I tried to do a maximal push-up push, there was this interesting workout where to go on the push-up and then I had to like fatigue myself out with like 5 to 6 push-ups, and then we kind of do a maximal push from that position. Then I could feel like my jaws, and then I was like, okay, we are not doing this again. Yeah, it had its own challenges, but I could do my squat set, my hinge set, triceps, then some adductor work, and then the usual hip work and ankle work that I do. I do a lot of jumps and reactive work as well. So did all of it, got in a good session. Thursday, I did a little bit of rehab work and then got on my bike again, about 35 minutes of just easy zone 1, zone 2 riding. Just want to keep the maintenance in because once I finish this strength block, I'm going to go into my endurance block, and that's where we're going to build to that 5 hour, 6 hour rides. Coming to recovery, I think this has been like the worst recovery week. Started out dropping on the day when I had to take my medicines, and what happened was, so these medicines just last 4 to 6 hours, like these painkillers, and we are apparently supposed to sleep for 8 to 9 hours. So what do? So day one, I woke up at around 3 a.m. and I just suffered through it for about 3 hours. Day two, I realized that, hey, this is not going to work. Sleep is important for recovery. So I decided to get myself a painkiller at around 3 a.m. I went to the kitchen, had a banana in a very difficult way. Then I grabbed the tablet and then had it. But it somehow just didn't go away. And I suffered through it again. My recovery dropped to 9%. Great, this is me. And I woke up and realized that I had an antibiotic instead of the painkiller. We do these things. Anyways, so that was a good learning. So the next night, what I did is I put an alarm at sharp 1 a.m. I was like, okay, let's actually systemize this process. It's not working. So I put an alarm at 1 a.m. I woke up, I had the painkiller, I slept back. And that day, the recovery improved. Next day, we had it improving again. And yeah, now on Thursday, it was like 98%, which is... So I love working on these things because for me, it's not just about performance, it's also about longevity. And I think once I finish this whole Ironman thing, I might move towards actually optimizing on health and all of those things that I really am excited about. Like I'm tracking all these metrics, and health span is a big thing that I really enjoy tracking and seeing. So right now it's like almost 4 years. My health span on Whoop is 4 years lesser than my actual age, which is something that I'm very proud about. Coming to nutrition, I think over the week it has obviously taken a hit because I was not able to eat much due to my beautiful teeth concerns. So nutrition is not the biggest concern. It's not sports specific. It was more like a personal surgery specific thing. But I got back by Monday. I started eating the usual foods. And I think I'll do one video where I'm showing you the exact food and how I've systemized the entire thing. So coming back, nutrition was something that I got back to, just and wiring it in. These antibiotics and painkillers caused a lot of gut issues and a lot of bloating and everything. So trying to like recover from it first, and then we'll just slowly get back to proper prime nutrition. And we're done with the updates. So are you ready to go on this small house tour? And don't worry about the way I'm speaking. I'm trying my best because as I said, there are still stitches in my mouth. So I'm trying my best to show you my place and make sure that you get to see everything cool that's around here. Okay, are we ready? Yes. So the first place, okay? So it's not really organized. I will try to do better next time. So this is the small living space. This place is like really nice and compact for one person, but I made sure it's aesthetically, beautiful, because your environment matters, right? Like, yes, it does matter. So yeah, the sofa, the small monitor that I also use for editing, I just watch. I don't want a big TV here because it really tempts me to keep watching then, and I don't want that. Everything else is just nice and aesthetic. This was a small car that we built. A friend of mine is like a massive Lego fan, and he actually gifted me this when I got this place. Here's like a shoe rack. I love shoes, but I don't have all of them here. It's in my family home. And yeah, just have this really nice lemongrass reed diffuser here. I like to make sure that this place is also smelling great. And yeah, this is like the small place. It's nice, cute, aesthetic. The best part is like outside. If you see, there is this massive green space outside. Let me show you. Here we go. So there's this massive green space outside, right? So it almost looks like it's a villa and not just an apartment. Okay, perfect. I think you can see me and the space now. Let's go get it. All right, so this is my pretty little kitchen. Let's put on some light. Yes. So, well, I don't have to explain everything. That's the fridge. And here are two bottles. So what I do is I make sure I have 3 bottles filled every morning. So I'm at least having that much water. Otherwise it gets like really tricky. I don't finish enough water. And here's like my food, if you can see. So this is just extra for today. It's not on my usual diet. My cook got it because there was some jatri near her place, she said. Rice. There's some chicken here. There's some ragi balls here and some gravy here. So this is typically what I eat. This is what's left over for dinner. So basically she comes, makes food for like 2 meals. There's water, extra water. I always keep water in my eye line because I can get really dehydrated. This place is quite chilly, so just make sure that there's enough water for me. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's just like the stuff. And here we have like a lot of products. I think you know that I'm sponsored by Univet, so there are a couple of Univet stuff on top. There's beta alanine, there's elite drink mix, there's some hydration stuff, there's gels and all of it. I'm actually getting more products. It's almost out of stock now. And the microwaves like inside. I love these really cute teapots. I love tea. That's something that I like to have. I'm not a coffee fan. I just like to drink coffee because black coffee because it can be like a performance enhancer. And yeah, a lot of these cups and mugs, you might have seen it in my Instagram. Got this from Disneyland. I'm in love with these mugs, you know, this one and like all of these. Oh, they are the best. Yeah. Pushing it back. This one, I got it in Paris at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Got to see the best of best competing over there. It was amazing. And on top there are like dry fruits, if you can see. There are raisins, there are dates, walnuts, some almonds and pistas. I keep them there, I keep grabbing them because every time around 5:30, before it's time for dinner, I eat dinner at 6. So just before that, I start craving things and I'm like, need to grab something. So I just come here, grab some dates and try to kind of satiate my cravings. If that does not work, then I try to keep some dark chocolate, 50% dark chocolate, and have that. If that also does not work, then I try self-control. If that also does not work, then I just order on Swiggy. But actually it's working. From the last 1 month, I don't think I've like impulsively ordered anything. Let's start with the bedroom next. Here we go. Yes. I love those beautiful peacocks. And this is the bed. It's always organized. It's not like it's just for the video. And let me open this. So here you can see a lot of my skincare, my hair care products. Firstly, contact lenses. It might be interesting, but I actually wear contact lenses even for the Ironmans. Yes, I race with them. This is some moisturizing cream for the body. I use Kiehl's for my facial cream. And then there are a couple more products. This is my SPF. If you are a triathlete or just any athlete, SPF is like the most important thing. Then a couple of things, toners, serums, hair stuff. I was not very particular about these things before, but honestly, they are important, especially when you are destroying your hair, your body, and you're like so much sun exposure, so much pool exposure. And I feel like these things become super critical. Yes. Next, I love this beautiful painting. It's not a painting actually, I think it's just like a poster, but it adds to the aesthetic. And coming to this place, it's my favorite place in the whole house. So yes, It's got a lot of breeze and you can see the pool from here. Isn't it beautiful? And that whole place over there, let's see if we can go there. There's like a massive park there. We can walk around, take your pet around. It's very beautiful, calming. There are a lot of nice birdies around, and that's like the favorite part. Like every morning I wake up and I see so many cute, adorable, different species of birdies here, and just makes everything so nice. Like life feels so calm and happy and joyful here. That's exactly why I chose to kind of move. There's very less chaos, there's very less noise, except the ambulance that I can hear now. And here, this is that really nice seat. So I like sitting here and having a nice cup of hot chocolate. That's like my favorite desire-ish experience that I love. And we can also see the gym. I'll show you, it's visible from other rooms. And yeah, that's the pool. It's blue. It's very clean and maintained here. And this is the green stuff that I spoke to you about. Like, it just gives me a nice vibe. And also, if there's any kind of fire issues, I can just jump, and I'm out. Those are like my aloe vera plant. It's there growing in case I want to kind of use it, strip it. And yeah, that's about it. This is a nice room. Have you met these guys before? Got him from Disneyland. Got both of them from Disneyland. They're the best. They're like my travel companions. I take them everywhere I go. Ratatouille is always laughing. And yeah, even this one I got from Disneyland. That's my amazing dream catcher. I don't want bad dreams. I need a good sleep. And yeah, these are all these storage racks. Swim, bike, run, different, everything's like sorted, segregated according to sport for me. Are we ready for room number 2? Let's go. Yes. So this is the room of my house. So it's where my beautiful bike stays. He is strong, aggressive. He is the machine that I'm going to use in the Ironman. I've rode him only once on a race, to be honest. I had a road bike before this. So let's talk about my bike first, since we're here. This is a BMC time machine. This is from Switzerland. You can see the flag. And it's a full black, full carbon bike. And these wheels are also fully carbon, the ones there. And this is a proper smart indoor setup. So this is a tax trainer. It's a smart trainer. It's about 65 to 70,000 rupees, the trainer itself. And it gives you readings in the form of watts. So the training is not heart rate based, the training is power based, and the output is in the form of watts. Okay, and my cycling shoes are always on because I was a short course triathlete before I came into Ironman. So I've done the short course stuff, nationals, national games, all these short course things, and I love transitions. So yeah. I just finished a bike ride today morning. It was like really nice, 30 minutes, just easy. And I know you're thinking, how is she going to complete 180 kilometers if she's riding just 30 minutes? But we have time. Next. So this is a nice table here. It's if I want to place the monitor, the one that's outside, I just transport it here. And if I want to kind of play something that I want to watch, if I want to watch something on the bike, if it's a long training day, then you would want to probably put something on. 3 hours, 4 hours on the bike might not be the most fun thing to do. So the monitor there, or I can also use it for Zwift. So sometimes virtual cycling is fun. Put it on and then use it. A fan, because you need fans in life. Not really, but it helps to kind of simulate the environment. I'm doing a very cold race, so just trying to get that environment. And yeah, here is the window. And if you see, even here, there's a very nice view. So every time I'm sitting on the bike, obviously my view is somewhere here. And then I can see the beautiful view of the pool, the green, the pool, and everything. And that's where I kind of take pictures. So this is like the mirror. Take a lot of pictures here. Feels nice, especially when you're creating a lot of content. It's nice that this place has like a lot of mirrors here. Hey, hey. Even the cupboards have a lot of mirrors. So that's like really fun. I get to see myself too much, which is maybe a nice thing, maybe not nice, not sure. Okay, next. Yeah, so we've covered this room. The most important thing was obviously the bike, the wheels, the setup. There are more things. I mean, it's fully for training, this particular room. So everything that's inside here, it's all like my training gear. This is my World Championship. This is my World Championship jersey. One of my training suits from Zoot. This is like a swimsuit for a marina. A lot of these Nike tops. I actually got sponsored by Nike for an event, so they gave me like a lot of products. Purpose, last year Purpose was my sponsor, so I have a lot of Purpose products. Even my race triathlon tri-suit that I raced Goa in, that's also from Purpose. Next, this is like my Karnataka tri-suit, the one I wore for national games. And yeah, these are just a lot of nice looking stuff. And if you see this one, I don't know if you know this is the Omius band. You kind of wear it on this. So there are like crystals. I don't know if you want to see this, but let me show you anyways. So let me actually show you these. So if you can see, open sesame. These are beautiful, beautiful crystals. Can you see them? They're so cool. We got them from Europe. So they help in cooling. So these are bands that are worn on top of your head, and they're placed here. So if you see this thing, right? So you wear the cap. These crystals go here, and they provide cooling to your forehead. Honestly, I don't know how effective it is. It's used by a lot of pro triathletes. We got them because, yeah, we kind of test everything that's in the market. So that's about it. That's the cool Omius headband and headband crystals. Let me show you another cool part. This is where I keep all my jackets. This is what I wear to the gym every morning. I got it at the Middle East Championships in Bahrain when I finished the race. This is the Lululemon World Championship jacket. Ironman World Championship, yeah. And that's the Nike jacket I got as part of my sponsorship deal. These are all the caps. I think I have like way more of them, but then there are at least like 15, 20 caps from different races. Roka. So yeah, I have like a lot of bags. When you do a lot of Ironman races, you get a lot of merchandise. So that's about it. I think this is pretty much this room. That's the gym bag, and then this is the foam roller you guys know about. Coming to the last room. Here we go. Showing it to you. So there's an extra bed in case somebody wants to come and stay over, not you. And this is a room that's like my study. Obviously we have the Buddha poster here. And if you can see, it's where I study. It's got the shelves. And that's another set of that. It's got a few items for the bike, for the swim, for the run, etc. Those are all my books. I keep reading them. I think you've seen a couple of them. And this is something that I got when I went as an ambassador for the event in Mumbai. So it's from India Post, one of their collection stamps. This is from Ironman Goa, PMF. There's just a couple of podium. These are just a few that I have here. Everything else is in my family home. That's me. Hey, hey. That's also me, but I've not like put it properly. That's something that I got in Mallorca, but I haven't put a picture yet. I'm still settling down. It's just been like a month since I came here. So I've just put up everything the best I could because I have to get back to training and work. That's the game of life, and that's what I've been playing all my life. And then next, this is about it. I put my laptop there, and there's the Red Bull station, which houses all my gadgets. I always keep like a water bottle while I'm working because it reminds me that I have to keep drinking water every 15-20 minutes. And every time I'm drinking water, I kind of get up and I walk around because as someone who has been working 18 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, these long sitting hours are like a disaster for not just the Ironman races or your runs, but also for just your overall posture. So getting up every 20 minutes is part of my routine. And there are so many different routines I have, so many different habits that I have. Maybe on one of the videos, I'll touch up on my everyday routine. I have a very solid habit system and routine system that I follow every single day. And that's what keeps me, or that's what lets me sustain like a work plus training schedule. So yeah, this is about it. Even here, there's a nice view, the green view plus the pool view. That's literally why I love this particular apartment. There's a beautiful view, and I love how much ventilation and how much light is available as well. And that's another dream catcher. Okay, so this is pretty much everything in this apartment. It's a very nice compact place, and that's like a utility place, and then yeah, this is much about it. It's outside of the Bangalore city, so there's very bare minimal chaos, traffic, those honk sounds. Oh my god, they're like literally they stress you out so much. Okay, so here we are at the swimming pool. Isn't it so beautiful? So this is almost, I think, 20 to 25 meters, but it's like extremely cold. So I don't think we can get like all our training sessions done here, but lucky for us, I think the Parakund Rawat Center is like just 25 minutes from here. So I'm planning to kind of go there and train, do most of my sessions. But here is pretty fun to just get in some easy, fun sessions. Yes, but I love the background if you see. It's a nice pool and then followed by a very nice green background there. Got like really nice videos in the past over here. Okay, let's go to the gym now. And now we're at this beautiful garden. This is my favorite part of this entire society. It is the gardens. Can you see how beautiful it is? Like, this is why I was sold to this place. I go walking around this place like every morning, sometimes in the evening, and it's so nice. There are these really nice smaller parks. If you see, nice small paths and I enjoy walking through them. Sometimes I get toffee as well. He loves running through these places. I just love how calm, tranquil, and just look at this. I see so many nice little birdies around here. I'll show you another favorite part of mine over here. I'm sure like a lot of you would want to know which apartment this is. I'm not going to say that, but I'll show you this favorite part. It's below this majestic peepal tree, the swing. Oh my god, this is like the best place. I love just sitting on this, dreaming about my future husband. Just kidding, but yeah, I love just sitting here, reflecting, doing a little bit of inner work, which I would never get the space to do before. There's so much happening on the external side, you know, that we forget that you need to do the inner work to find the joy in everything that we do. And this is like a beautiful space that I'm able to kind of do that. There's like the national flag there. Every morning I see people coming here and they do like a round of meditation. I feel like joining them, but my training sessions at the same time. And this is a really nice path where I can walk around. It's really soft and I love walking on grass. It's very soothing for my legs, helps with a little bit of blood flow and all that, so I love walking on the grass. When I went to Australia, I saw these massive spreads of grass everywhere. Like around the place I stayed, there was so much greenery, there was so much of like, you know, that open areas, and I really craved that. I just loved stepping out of my place and getting that massive space where I can walk around, and for me that is golden. Like nothing can change this for me, and I really love this place. Isn't it beautiful? Let me show you another favorite part of mine in this place. It's the reflexology walkway. Here, let's remove the slippers. And yeah, love walking on these. It's so nice. There's so much thought that's been put into this place, and I love how it's been maintained. I think next time I'm gonna come out here and take all the videos, because isn't this place so beautiful? I mean, just I have been traveling all across the world to find peace, the air quality, the greenery, and just people who are a lot calmer, who have better nervous regulation. Because in the city, it's so chaotic. Everyone's like literally rushing and just, you know, always transactional. They don't care about you as such. But here it's a lot more calmer, a lot more softer. Everyone's nicer. And for me, this is so important because every time you're training, right, it's not a form of fun. It's so much of cortisol and so much of stress that's going into your body, and you're pushing yourself through so much stress every time you're training. And that's when you need things that help you recover. Nature is one of the best forms of recovery. My mom always keeps saying that, and being able to come here and recover and just be able to walk around and just do the things I want to is so relieving for me. The biggest takeaway for me from this whole week, and from my 8 Ironman 70.3s in the past have been the need to stay calm. Whenever things go wrong, even in the race, there are so many things that can go wrong. Your bike can get punctured, your niggles randomly can show up, you can get cramped or whatever. It's so important to stay calm through the whole process and not react to it and not respond to it in any sort of way. And for me, this is just how this week has been. If you see, like, my plan was so different. Like, I wanted to get a lot more sessions done, like knock off 3 good solid strength workouts and get some endurance workouts in between. But obviously my body is recovering way differently, and I have to listen to the body, right? I think that's so important. And this has been my biggest learning through my entire process of being an Ironman athlete. And this is the person I'm becoming, and that's so important, because before I had so much energy and I would spend so much energy worrying, oh, why is this not happening to me? Why is this taking so much time? And now I'm just like, okay, let me give my body the kind of time it requires, because then the day I want it to show up, it's going to show up for me. And that's so important, right? There were moments in this week that I did feel a little bit like crap, especially in the night, because I am so particular about my sleep. I'm so particular about my Whoop recovery scores. And it obviously crashed. It crashed to 9%, and I'm feeling pathetic about it waking up the next day and not being able to do much about it. And what happens when your recovery crashes and your HRV crashes is that you have a dip in the amount of energy you have, which means it's not just your training, but then your work gets affected, your moods get affected. And for me, controlling that and being okay with it and focusing on what can I do next? How can I get this back on track? And for me, this week showed that if I do the right things, I will be able to get it back. You see, 98% on Thursday, when I've been on NSAIDs like the whole week, like 5 days of strong painkillers, but I got my HRV back on track. This shows that it's possible if you stop worrying, because worrying is just a way to kind of increase your cortisol, increase your stress. And before, I would just like take the slam, keep worrying about it, and like drown even further. But now I am like, hey, let's get back. Let's see what are the next things I need to do and to get this back. And yeah, it's back, right? The energy. Obviously, things require a lot more time. Like the healing for me is going to take about 4 or 5 months. But that said, you do what you can. You control what you can. And you focus on what you can. And I feel these are the most important things that you can do. And the Ironman is just a compressed format of life, is what I feel. Like, it's just, you can see ups and downs in the race, and the training is a slightly elaborated form of it, and life is just a bigger form of a freaking Ironman, because you see ups and downs, you see things going wrong and right, and everything getting messed up, but how you react to it, how you respond to it, I think that's incredibly important. Because the moment you react differently, your focus shifts. Your focus shifts on the negative emotions, the negative reactions, and you start focusing on what matters. And that's where I use the Ironmans, to keep my focus on the goal. And I think how you do one particular thing really is how you do everything. So the way you do or you focus on your marathon training or the way you focus on your work is exactly how you focus on every single aspect of your life. Another thing that really happened this week, when I went to the dental place, right, I told you about the whole thing, right, getting through like a lot of procedures. And somehow the dentist kept saying, Aishwarya, I know that you are a very strong person, you're very mentally strong. And a lot of times inside, though I was feeling the pain, though I was feeling a lot, and I probably wanted to react or respond, the fact that she kept saying that reinforced something in me which said, this is the person you are. You cannot react or respond. You can endure. and that kept reacting and that kept reinforcing in me. And that's why I feel like the environment, the kind of energy the environment brings to you, the 4 or 5 people who are constantly feeding you words and energy, they are so important. And for me, like one of the most important people that I know of who fill me with a lot of grit is my mother. And she has immense amount of resilience and grit. And for me to just see what she does in very hard scenarios is what taught me how to be this resilient, how to be this gritty. And that's kind of where you learn your qualities. So if you want to learn a certain quality, make sure you surround yourself with people and you're constantly hearing the things that you want to hear to become that person. So these are just really good learnings that I've had, and I see them kind of reinforcing every day. And I'm so glad I get to be surrounded by people who are caring, who really are thoughtful, and who are intentionally doing the things I want to become. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. How did you find this whole tour? Let me know in the comments below. And this journey is going to be so thrilling, and there's so many interesting things that are going to unfold. So you don't want to miss that. So make sure you are subscribed. I will see you next Friday at 6 p.m. with another episode of the Road to Ironman Hamburg series. See you all. Bye-bye. Take care till then.